What if I told you that accuracy comes from the foundation? It has to do with a lot of different stuff, but what we're going to talk about today mostly is our stance. If you don't have a proper stance, everything else in the accuracy world is going to be off a little bit. It's thinking about building a pyramid upside down. It's not going to stand very well on its point, and we need to get the stance down to a science, because right now you're actually seeing some proper stances that I would recommend. Let me explain to you what we're looking for. We're looking for our feet to be shoulder width apart. We're looking to bounce on our knees just a little bit, and we are going to get our nose over our toes. And if you look at this, at the stance, what ends up happening is it gives us a good foundation to keep us from rocking back and forth when we're shooting the pistol. We're looking to control the weapon. We've already talked about our pecs controlling it, gentlemen, ladies, our back muscles. And we drive this pistol out. What we're looking to do is when the weapon fires, we don't want to be rocked back, which is going to cause the gun to come back and forth. We want to drive that weapon forward, get our weight onto our toes, and slowly press that trigger back, which will keep the weapon level. Stance is one of those things that people overlook an awful lot. They can kind of get kind of lazy, maybe 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. They're not really transferring their weight properly. So what I want you to think about is I want you to put your feet shoulder width apart, and I just want you to transfer your weight to your toes. And when you transfer your weight to the toes, I want you to lean enough forward that your heels can lift off the ground, but not too far forward that you would fall over. And this is what we're trying to do to get that proper stance. Proper stance starts feet shoulder width apart, bouncing on our knees and bending at our waist. So when we drive that weapon out, we're going to control it. The stance itself is very, very important. Without a proper foundation, nothing can be built. Foundation is important in a lot of stuff. We live in Southwest Florida where there's construction almost in every street you go to, and we watch houses being built on a regular basis. None of those houses can ever be built without a proper and level foundation. So when we get that down to a science, we need to integrate other stuff into the stance, because it's not just one thing that's killing your accuracy. It's a lot of different stuff, but it's being stacked on a bad foundation. Imagine building a house and it's not level, right? Well, if it's not level in the beginning, you could have it a little high here and a little low over there, and it's going to slope down, and nothing's going to line up at that point in time. And all doors and windows and things like that have to be square. Think about that. Now let's put it towards a firearm. We got to make sure when we got the foundation proper, now we're going to be able to get our grip foundation, and that starts with our hand high on the tang. This is called a tang. We want to be high enough on here and put our other hand in the void, right? 2 thumbs forward, and when we drive it out, when we're pushing this out, you see me transfer my weight to my toes. It makes so much difference for us to control it. Then we put a nice trigger press involved, maybe do the press drill, PRESS, and let the gun cut. All we're looking for, guys, is the weapon to rise and fall, rise and fall. And we're going to be controlling that through our stance, controlling it through our grip. And then we got to make sure the weapon's over our dominant eye. And all this stuff has to do with the beginning of putting a proper stance together. So we talked about proper stance, but I kind of want to show you some weird stances that kind of put people in weird positions. I think one of the ones I see the most is when you are leaning back. You can't lean back. If you got a bow back here, you got your butt sucked in. Looks kind of weird, I realize that, but belly button stuck out a little bit. This is going to allow us to rock backwards. We don't want to rock back on anything like that. We want to kind of get control of the weapon. Maybe 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. It kind of puts us at a weird angle. If you're left eye dominant or right eye dominant, you might try to get the gun over your dominant eye, but that becomes more challenging for you as well. You could actually physically not have any stance at all. Stand with your feet not shoulder width apart, just feet together. That's going to be very hard to be stable and get the weapon in control. It's always one little thing or another. I catch people once in a while just standing in just a weird way, just like they're casually standing outside talking to a person. We have recoil going on, and muzzle flip is one of the things that causes inaccuracy. And if we really think about it, when we talk about foundation, your foot is planted to the ground. It goes up to the firearm. Okay, so we get the right foot planted. It comes up the firearm, down the arm to this side. Then we put this side, we put our left hand here. Now it comes down and goes down to the ground on your opposite side. So now you have the foundation coming from the ground to the gun, to the gun, to the ground. Now we are stable, we're locked in, and the foundation is going to be there for us to allow us to really control the recoil. A lot of times what ends up happening is people get carried away and do not control muzzle flip. And muzzle flip, really, we don't want to have too much flipping of the weapon in this direction. We kind of know if we're not really driving the gun with our chest muscles, gentlemen, or women with your back muscles, you're going to get a little bit of muzzle flip. And the problem with the muzzle flip is we got to get the gun back in control. You know you're doing a lot of muzzle flip when the casing comes out of this pistol and hits you in the forehead. That means you've done some muzzle flipping at all. What you don't want either is some snapping, or when you're cutting the shot and it's falling below a certain point. That's going to cause, and that comes from the foundation as well. We're putting it all together here. It's a system, guys. It's not one thing that's killing your accuracy. It's a lot of things. But if we focus on the building part of it, where does it come from? From the ground to the gun, to the gun, to the ground. This is the key thing for us to understand. Fixing your foundation is the most important thing you can do to become accurate with a pistol. If you found some value today, please don't forget to hit the bell icon, the like, and the subscribe button. It helps us tremendously let YouTube know that these videos are awesome, and please share them with other people. Well, my name is John Johnson, and I own and operate a firearms training facility, and I specialize in you. I specialize in the first-time shooter that needs my help, and all this channel and our ebooks and our masterclass and all the stuff that we offer you guys is there for you to educate, motivate, and entertain. The masterclass is coming up December the 1st. It's a Monday night at 7 p.m. This is going to give you the ability to work with me for 4 continuous Monday nights for only $89.99. You get 4 targets, 4 PowerPoint presentations, 4 live instructions videos, and we evaluate your targets, and at the end of it we meet each Monday night to look at your targets and tell you what you're doing wrong. I think the biggest thing I could give a student is educate them to the point of understanding what they're doing wrong so we can fix it. That's why we put the ebooks together too, guys, because the ebooks themselves are about grip and stance and trigger control and sight picture and sight alignment. And if you want one of those ebooks, they're down in the descriptions below. The master class is down in the descriptions below. We put all the stuff together for you. We want you to be the most accurate you can be starting in 2026. Well, guys, if you like this video, I've got another one coming up right now that's going to give you even more about foundation and about grip and about stance. That's going to give you that aha moment that you're looking for, that finally, you're able to outshoot your brother-in-law. Until next time, God bless, be safe, and remember, you are your first line defense. I love you, folks.